Hey, drop. Yeah, hey, drop.
Welcome to another episode of the Audible, your daily sports breakdown with your homie, God of Dots. Hope everybody's had a good day. Shout out, happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and fellas, treat your ladies right and all that good stuff. Hope everybody's had a good week, good fruitful week. I know I have. I'm in good spirits. Have to be in good spirits. My Lakers are playing tonight. Yes. Whoa, boy. Oh, man, where do we start? We're going to start with last night's games, of course. Yeah, 76ers, Celtics. Are they going to lead off the show? Nope. I want to talk about the Phoenix Suns getting disposed, kicked out of here, sent on down the road. Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, KCP, Michael Porter Jr. hit KD and Booker with the
Bye, Felicia.
Oh boy, I told you. Hey, for Phoenix to have a chance, Book and KD was gonna have to go for 35 apiece each game. Game was over in the first. I'm just gonna be lying to you, man. Game was over in the first quarter. When you got KCP already cooking, Denver comes out 44 points in the first quarter. Phoenix wasn't in it. Head wasn't in it. Heart wasn't in it. No pride about, if we're going to go out, we're going to go out fighting. Then you're at home getting beat down like that. Like, how you doing, Gator? Yo, I don't know much, but I'm riding with Denver. Yoke is ready. Hey, Yoke is ready for prime time. Whoever comes out this Lakers Warriors series, beware. Yoke is playing at a different level, different motivation. Phoenix didn't even try. Yeah, you're right. They did. Phoenix came out very lackluster effort, 81 points in the first half. Eerily reminded me how they went out last year. Matter of fact, at home, a game 7, getting smoked by the Dallas Mavericks, who are far less talented team than Denver. Let's be clear about that. But for to come out on the game 6 home floor, your personal pride. If we're gonna lose, let's lose with some pride. If you're able to, just the effort wasn't there. And when you compare the effort, here it is, an elimination game. Your season could be over. All the hard work you put into the season, the off season, the nutrition, the working out, the practices can be gone in just one game. And to not go out there and show the effort is pathetic. Now, it's been early news reports, stuff being kind of floated around. We're going to talk about KD. We're going to talk about KD because it's about time to have a real serious conversation about KD. But just like I said, let me get back on point here. There's talks floating around that ownership, and they do have new ownership in Phoenix. For those who don't know, there's talks that ownership could be looking to replace head coach Monty Williams. I like Monty. I think he's a good coach. He's done an excellent job since he's become a head coach. I don't think Monty Williams is the problem, but in the world of sports, the easiest thing to replace for an owner or a general manager is the head coach. It's the least expensive thing to change. You can take a guy, hey, boom, kick him out, fire him. bringing a new coach and talking about we're going in a new direction. We're going changing the culture because it's hard to move players when we're talking about players with very large contracts. And some of these coaches have nice size contracts, but the ones that have the nice size contracts are not getting moved like that. But it's talk that Monty Williams could be out the door. I agree, get a girl. That's goofy. Money ain't the problem. I don't think Monty Williams to me is not the problem. I think what Phoenix lacks. And you see other teams display this quality that the Phoenix just seems, it's nothing wrong with being a finesse team. Golden State is a finesse team. It's not the style of play with Phoenix. They don't have any dogs on that team. Every team, you want to have guys, that are lunch pail guys. Hey, I'm here to work. I'm not about to flash, not about to fuss. Phoenix, when you look up and down the roster or what's left of the roster after they traded for KD, and we're going to talk about KD in a second. When you look at the rest of the roster, it's no dogs. No guy jumps out. You know what? That's a go-getter right there. That's a go-getter. Reason why Lakers fans have fallen in love with Austin Reeves, not because he's a white boy. He goes out there and go gets it. They felt the same way about Alex Caruso when he was a Laker. Give me guys like that want to go out there and compete. That's why guys like a PJ Tucker will have a role in this league. I want to compete. I'm gonna play as hard as I can for as long as I can. Phoenix problem is like I said, it's not that they're a finesse team. Like I said, Golden State is a finesse team, but Golden State has some dog in them. Even if Draymond's not playing, Steph's got some dog in him. Clay, and I think Clay may be hiding an injury, got some dog in them. They got guys on that team that got dog in them. Phoenix is all hype. They've been hype. And I know it's just been, kind of floating around there. I know Gator Girl has talked about it, and I've heard it in other media outlets, comparing Devin Booker to Jason Tatum. It's not even comparable to me. I don't want to, Devin Booker is a great young player. Devin Booker is not going to lead your team to a championship. Devin Booker gives me the vibe every time I watch him play, especially during playoff season, is the vibe of a front runner. Like, no way in hell should Phoenix gone down that bad. If you lose, you lose. You don't want to get blown out. Elimination game, your home floor. You fought to get it to 6. And to go out with that lackluster of an effort, I'm not going to even put that on Monty Williams. I'm not. Because at the end of the day, the head coach calls the plays. It's up to the players to go out there and execute. And that's how I kind of look at it. Monty Williams can dial it up. You want to get on him for not calling timeouts in critical moments? Fine. You want to criticize the coach for not making adjustments during the flow of the game, during the flow of the series? Fine. But the effort that those players put out there on display for the world to see last night, pitiful. Every last one of them should be ashamed to collect their game check on Tuesday. Should be, but they're not. But it brings up a bigger talking point. But let's talk about KD. Where, and I've heard this notion that KD is, arguably the best player in the league. I don't agree with that. Haven't agreed with that for years. Is Kevin Durant still top 5 in the NBA? When you look at the landscape, and we're not just talking about just talent, like talent with production. Is Kevin Durant still top 5 in the NBA? Because I can name off guys that I would rather have than KD on my team. I mean, even at this point. And it's not like, KD is getting younger. I want to say this all season, KD turns 35. Injury history. Kevin Durant seems like when he's out there, I'm going through the motions. That will to be the best player, not only on the court, but in the league, it just not there. Because if you ask Phoenix fans, Devin Booker was option 1. KD was option 2. No way. Should that be the hierarchy for your team and thinking you're going to have extreme levels of success like that? But has Kevin Durant fallen out of the conversation for top 5? I believe so. At this point in time, give me Embiid, give me Giannis, give me Yoke, give me Steph, give me Jimmy. And like I said, I'm just not talking about just talent. Just give me guys that have a winning attitude. Guys that want to give me a Jason Tatum. Give me a Jaylen Brown over Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is nice. He's a nice shiny toy. He's a nice piece to have on a team. But outside of his success with Golden State, you already joined a super team. Let's not be mistaken. It wasn't like he carried Golden State to brand new heights. They won a championship after he was there. They won a championship before he was there. He joined a team that was 73-9 the previous season before he joined. Kevin Durant is a nice piece to have. But if you're depending on Kevin Durant to lead you to the promised land, it ain't happening, Captain. My top 5 is legit. Hey, I'm all about producing. As much as I love LeBron, LeBron is more of I'm gonna pick my spots kind of guy. There's nothing wrong with that. He's over 20 years in the game. I give him that pass. Well, give me guys that are dogs that want it. That want it. And it's that argument, Kevin Durant, is he top 5? In my opinion, no. Not anymore. Now, is he still a top 10 player in the league? Of course. But I can't build a team around him with that mentality that he has. And as much flack as Lakers fans and myself gave, Russ, if Russ could, ever cut down on the turnovers and take better shots, I like having a Russell Westbrook on my team. Give me guys that want it. Give me guys that want it. Because more often than not, you're going to be successful in this league. I'm not surprised Phoenix lost. I'm surprised it took them 6 games to do it. But for them to go out like they did, it wasn't shocking. They went out the same way last year. No dog in them. Hardest player out there playing last night was Cameron Payne with the 30 piece. With the 30 piece. Like no pride. Going back to the OKC days, yeah. Now Russ is known to take bad shots and be out of control and the turnovers. But I've always liked and I've always loved the mentality of a Russ. Give me that. Give me a Jimmy Butler mindset. Give me I like Jalen Brunson because of the mindset he plays with. I want to go get it. I want to strive, and I can appreciate the effort. Win, lose, or draw, whatever the record is, I can live with it. But KD top 5, nope, ain't happening, Captain. What's going on, Spider-Man? You lurking? Oh, you lurking? Yeah, Cam wanted it. Russ gonna get a ring one day. I believe so. I think he's put the effort in. No matter what you think about him, first ballot Hall of Fame. You can't overlook the fact that this man went out there as a point guard and averaged a triple double. Because you can say, oh man, that's stat packing. Hey man, that's a lot of crashing the boards for stat packing. That's a lot of putting guys in position to score for stat packing. But yeah, Phoenix, hey, adios to you. I'm glad got you and them boys up out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
Glad y'all gone. We don't have to hear that narrative. Is KD still one of the top 5 players? Nah. Based off recent success, recent memory, nope. Not top 5. Not in my book. But speaking of top 5, we had a top 5 performance. Joel Embiid, Game 6. Man, that was a good game. Sixers, Celtics going 7. Two favorite words in sports. Game 7. Philadelphia, you made a push. You made a push. Tatum was trash for 3 quarters. Let's keep it a buck. Was trash for 3 quarters, and Tatum overall has not been the best player on the Celtics this postseason, and it's been Jaylen Brown. And I've been saying that for the longest. Jaylen Brown has been the most consistent player on that Celtics team, but Celtics showed you, hey, when the season on the line, home or away, put it all out there, because it would have been easy for Jason Tatum with the game he was having as far as shooting. I was saying 1 point he was like 1 for 12 going into the fourth. It could have been easy for him to just pack it in. You know what? The season over. Look forward to the off season workouts and all. No, we want to fight. And that what you saw last night was two teams that had dog in them that wanted that game. That wanted that game. Boston came out on top. But now it goes to a game 7. Game 7. And Boston can't go home with any amount of huge level of confidence. Because Philadelphia's gone up there, one with Embiid and one without Embiid up in Boston. So they're not afraid of the Boston atmosphere, the Celtic mystique. You know, those days of Red Auerbach roaming the sidelines in the parquet, those days are long gone. But I think, you know, this is going to be a very tight game. I expect bad shooting. I don't think, you know, either team's going to be able to just run up and down the floor. It's not going to be that kind of game because more care is going to be put into, you know, each and every possession. They're not going to be freewheeling. I don't think the shooting percentages are going to be that high. But who is going to step up? Will Embiid step up? Will Harden step up? Will Tatum step up? Will Jaylen Brown step up? Will it be one of the others that step up? The other night, it was Marcus Smart coming alive with the scoring until, you know, Tatum kind of got his act together in the fourth quarter. I'm looking forward to it. If I had to pick now, based on what I've been seeing, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go with Philly in game 7. I'm going to have to go with Philly in game 7. I think Philly, like I said, they're not afraid of playing in Boston. I don't think that is even a factor at this point, because they've gone up there and won twice in this series and have had success in Boston through the regular season. I think Tatum is going to press too much. Him struggling for 3 quarters, that wasn't an aberration. Now wasn't that bad throughout the series, but he hasn't played awesomely well all 6 games. Jaylen Brown may be the key. You know, maybe Marcus Smart has to come up and be clutch. Maybe Horford has to be clutch for Boston. But something about Philly this year, I would say this year, that it doesn't have that aroma of, you know, shrinking to the moment. I would say that. Real quick. Gotta go. Says the crazy part was Smart's quiet 22 piece. Yeah, it was quiet, but him, Brogdon, hey, they carried the scoring until Tatum kind of got his act together. She says Maxey deserved better than Joel's got to demand the ball. He's the doggone MVP. If we don't get a healthy dose of Joel in game 7, I know something, Doc. I know something. You almost it's game 7. You got to ride the MVP, man. Even if that means that he has to take a couple bad shots to kind of get into a rhythm, you're gonna have to suck that up. You know, will Maxey step up? Will Tobias here? It's so many, plot lines. Hey, Doc Rivers, think about it. Doc Rivers, Philadelphia head coach, in a game 7 in Boston for a team he used to coach. Jesus Christ, this stuff writes itself. That home atmosphere is going to be crazy. It is, but like I said, Philadelphia doesn't have to fret about it. They've won twice. I would be concerned if they hadn't won at all up in Boston. But they won. They won in Boston. They got 2 of their wins up in Boston. Now it comes down to, I think coaching is going to play a major role. This, Doc Rivers, you have the overwhelming advantage when it comes to experience, but you have known to choke in game 7s when it comes to making the right moves. making the right move. James Harden's going to step up too. He has it in him. Will Hill coast. I think James kind of gets in. He kind of gets into the habit sometimes of trying to over facilitate the offense instead of, sometimes you need to be the initiator. You need to loosen the defense up to get guys, better shots later on. I think if Harden comes out aggressive, and B comes out aggressive, I think Philadelphia puts him away comfortably. I ain't gonna say blow them out, but I think they can get them by 10 comfortably. But if it's a nip and tuck game, it can go either way. But I'm gonna ride with Philly in this one. Matter of fact, speaking of games, who was on? I know it was a tip off earlier. I want to say New York and Miami. New York up 7 already in the first quarter. Jalen Brunson already got 15. That's what I'm talking about. Give me dogs like that. Give me guys like that. That's, you know what? I don't give a damn about none of that. Let's ball. Jimmy's kind of starting cold, but hey, like I said, 10-point game right now. 10-point game right now, and I just want to say they in Miami. Yeah, 10-point game. Look like we may be going to 7. Maybe going to 7. Ooh. 7. And I think that game is on Mother's Day too. Woo! Miami, New York. In New York, come on. You say I'm rooting for Philly, but I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, with a game 7, considering how up and down this series has been, I mean, it could go either way. It can go either way. It's hard to call, but if Boston wins at home, it's not surprising. I mean, you do have home court for a reason. I mean, it's not like you don't have talent. It's not like you're overachieving. It's not like Philadelphia's overachieving. You're the 2 and 3 seeds in the East for a reason. And I think the good thing about it going 7 and possibly New York and Miami going 7, you might get a little extra rest. I know Miami was trying to get them boys out of here in 5 so they can kind of chill, heal up and all that other stuff. But New York saying, "Hey, we're not going out quietly. Not going out quietly." Hey, happy 4th anniversary to the Last Time Show, the motion. Oh boy, yeah, he got a ring. Ain't mad at him. Hopefully Kawhi can come back, with load management and be healthy next year. We'll see. We shall see. And then of course, 10 o'clock late game tip off. I'm gonna be, I'm doing the other stuff. But I'll miss the tip off to that one. But I'll be trying to keep track of the game as I do my other show. But I don't want to make predictions on the Lakers. Last time I thought they was gonna finish them boys off in Golden State, but it didn't happen. But game 6, expectations of the Lakers are favored to win, but game 6, game 7, players get tight. Ball handler gets sloppy. Shots coming up short. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not want it to go 7. We'll see. We'll see what Darvin Ham has in store. We're at home. We should be motivated. If you're hearing the talk on the Twitter and the Instagram, the Lakers are motivated, and they out for revenge for the AD quote unquote injury. We shall see. In other news, before I kind of close out the show, because I want to kind of get into the games before I have to get into the game later on. Let me see right here. For those who are the football fans. So the sale has been finalized for the Washington Commanders. Danny Snyder has sold the team. New owner. Group led by Josh Harris, who's also the co-owner of the 76ers and the New Jersey Devils. The final agreed upon price $6.05 billion. Jesus. And this guy is got two other major league teams. Yeah. Who to have money like that? And 6 billion, and it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot, but think about it in the next 10 years, 20 years, that 6 billion is going to be like a bargaining price. I mean, just last August, the Walmart Air bought the Denver Broncos. Let me see here, for $4.65 million. So in a span of less than a year, NFL franchise is going up to $1.5 billion. That is crazy. Spider says, dude got robbed. I don't look at it like that, because one thing about NFL franchises, and a lot of things, sports franchises in general, the longer they're able to kind of keep that team in that city, the value appreciates. It doesn't depreciate. It's not like you can get. I mean, think about it. This guy and his group just paid $6 billion for the Washington Commanders. Can you imagine if Jerry said, I want to sell the Cowboys? If this dude can get 6, I know Jerry or the Mara family that own the Giants, they can what, I can get 7, 8 easy. If this guy got 6. So, shout out to him. We'll see if the culture changes in Washington. I hope the losing culture stays the same, for personal reasons. Kind of peek back in. Oh, snap. See, man, I got to get out of here. Got to go, Miami is making a run. Miami has taken the lead in that short of a span. They're going on a run. Bam Adebayo's leading the charge. They are up by 1. Ooh, let me get out of here. What's today? Friday. Yes. So I'll be back on Monday. Probably do 8 o'clock. I think 8 o'clock is a more even keeled start time for the show. So we'll be doing it on 8 o'clock. Starting back again on Monday. Be on the lookout later on tonight at some point. And I know for at least the Knicks and Heat game, I'll be able to put up some shorts, some highlights, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But I'll be kind of locked into something else at around 10 o'clock. Still working on a catchphrase. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for everybody that subs. Yeah, Heat bandwagon is rocking tonight. Yeah, I mean, this while I give it, man. New York said we ain't going out of fight. Now, I've loved the Heat culture, even if you don't know half the guys on the team and where they come from. They play hard and they play within the system. So I ain't got no beef for that. I just want to get into watching this game, kind of chill out before my other show. So thank you everybody for coming out. Like I said, I'll be back on Monday. 8 o'clock will probably be the new start time. Seems like a more, like I said, even time, chill time. Yeah. What else I got going? Okay, that's it. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe, whatever. Leave a comment. Go Lakers. I'm out.